I love penalty shots in handball because you're just throwing a ball at someone from really close. And we get pump fakes are allowed, and she blocks the first one, gets up, and blocks the second one. That's Yara Tenholte, the goalkeeper. All smiles. Turned herself into a brick wall. Watch this. First one, bam. That's mine. Gets up the whole net. Nope, that's mine. Even the girl that was throwing the ball smiles. She's like, that was kind of cool. And that was something you guys missed that you never planned on watching. And this is everything you missed that you never planned on watching. Today's episode is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The Caribbean Series Championship came down to two teams representing Mexico. In red, you've got Charros de Jalisco, and in green, you've got Tomateros de Culion. I don't know if I said those right, but you're going to give me credit for trying. It also came down to the final innings. Top of the ninth here. No one on, no outs. We've got ball one, and then a hit by pitch, a sinker that just kept running. Like a two-seam fastball. Sometimes I call them sinkers, but basically it's going to move the same way as the pitcher's arm. And now he's hitting the leg, and he's like, man, just hit a home run because my leg hurts, and I don't want to run a lot. And the guy at the plate says, no problem, dude. Bomb. First pitch, 92-mile-per-hour sinker, center cut, and gone. That's a tied ball game. 20 runs in the championship. I think it's the most ever runs scored in the Caribbean Series Championship, and that ball was just demolished. Now we go to the 10th inning. We've got the Manfred man on second, so it becomes a sack bunt, sack fly competition first. You get the sack bunt down, and that moves the runner from second to third, puts him in scoring position. You trade the out for advancing the runner because the next batter, all he has to do is hit a ball into the outfield, and now that run can score. So it becomes a productive outs competition, which is why I don't really like the runner on second, and safe. A close play, but safe. So they take the lead. They were losing, and now they take the lead, 11-10, and yeah, great call, great positioning by everyone, fair play, good throw, but he's safe, and they're dancing, and they're twirling their mini things, twirling their little noisemakers. Now, bottom of the 10th, hey, we can do that too. I'll sacrifice bunt him to third, and then what do? Do you go for the sac fly just to tie the game, or do you tell the hitter maybe hit a home run? I mean, you go for the sac fly. You just put it in the air to the outfield. You tie the game. Runner on third. Now, he doesn't want to give him a cookie. 1-1, outside, up 3-2, and he walks the lefty. Now you've got runners on first and third, and foul ball, and ground ball back to the middle. Oh, the runner from third was going on contact, didn't commit either way, hung up to dry. He's telling the runner, hey, you get into scoring position. Even though I'm out, you get to scoring position. You know, that's what they do. If you don't watch a lot of baseball, it's by design. So the runners advance second, third. First base is open. They intentionally walk the guy to get the force at any base. Bases are loaded, and we've got an 0-2. And then do we have it? No, it's a foul ball down the line. Deep breath. 0-2 count. Got to stay alive. Is that strike three? No. Now, the box kind of makes it look like, I always try to look at, and this isn't a real science, I always try to look at when the batter's eyes look like they're down at his knees, like right there is when I would guess, based on my science that's not real, the ball is over the plate, and it's rather low there, meaning that these frames up here, when it looks like it's crossing that white box, the batter is still looking at that ball ahead of him. It does look like, oh, that could have been called a strike, but then I think if you all saw the side view, it would not. Anyway, another ball, 2-2, fouled back, and then, oh no, a changeup in the dirt. The tying run gets home on a passed ball or wild pitch, however you scored. I think it was in the dirt. That isn't the most exciting, but the fans are going to cheer for it because it's a tie game, and this guy's got the big noisemaker. Now it's still 3-2, ball four. So if it was ball four, they would have scored that run anyway. But bases are loaded again, and we're going to have another battle. 0-1, 1-1, another ball. Now the 2-2 pitch. You want to make him chase this one because if you throw a ball here, then you have to throw a strike. 3-2. Otherwise, you walk in the winning run of the championship. So pressure pitch. Oh no, another one in the dirt, and the winning run comes across on another wild pitch or pass ball. They are celebrating. It's their first ever Caribbean Series championship. It's the 10th overall from a team representing Mexico, but it would have been no matter who won. Brutal way to lose in extras there. As I said at the beginning, this episode is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, and they now have early exit. What does that mean? It means if a player goes down early, you still get paid out in cash immediately once your bet settles. No bonus, no waiting. And the best part, new customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code JMSports. That's code JMSports for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets if their bet wins when they bet $5. The crown is my good friend Jake's. If you're saying to yourself, man, I'd love to see an Austrian and a South Korean race down a snow hill on a snowboard, well then guess what? Winter are going to be your jam. You're going to love it. 40-year-old Benjamin Carl. I don't know if this is true, but I think he's older than your average snowboarder. Anyway, they're off. In the pink is the Austrian. Blue flags is the South Korean, and they're just winding and weaving and going, and it's a left, and it's a right. Who's in the lead? Okay, coming down the end here. They passed that flag. A little wobble from Carl, but I think that was just to get himself in position for the win, and he does it. He says, that's right, I've done it. I'm 40, and I've done it. I'm the best, and I'm hot, and I'm strapped in. He unstraps the board, then he takes off the gloves, then he's going to take off the goggles, then he gets rid of the helmet, and guess what's next? That's right, the jersey, the sweater, the undershirt, and what's next? How about I thought he was going to Greek mystique himself and just faint in the middle of the ice. That would have been awesome. Then he gives a nice hug to his competitor, and then he collapses because he just streamed all the adrenaline out of himself, and he's tired, and he's hot, and he just wants to feel that cold on his body. Don't take this video down, please. The world needs to see Benjamin Carl do the Greek mystique. We had a clutch off in college basketball. UMass versus Coastal Carolina in the game they are dubbing the game that would never end. Down 3, don't worry about it. KJ Parker hits his career-high 27th point, ties the game up with 13 seconds. Now, Coastal Carolina's got the ball on their court, which I don't really... Let's get the colors a little toned down in basketball courts and the designs. There's too much going on for me. Step back. Can he do the same to win it? No, we're going to overtime. This is the game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Some people started playing it, not knowing what it was, and they just kept on playing it forever just because it is the game that never ends. The smallest of claps from this guy. I mean, you can't clap smaller. What's going on? You just like touching your fingertips a lot? That's actually fun. Everyone take pause, do it at home. Slight fingertip touches. It's fun. We are going into overtime. 7.2 seconds left. Now UMass has the lead, and Coastal Carolina says, let's do the same thing they did and hit a big 3 to tie it as the clock winds down. Holy shit. That's AJ Dantzler. Easy peasy. So we're tied up again. We're going to overtime. The cheerleaders are tired. Are these the cheerleaders? Why are they not doing dances or cheering? Are these the cheerleaders? The one girl on top right's just on her phone. Anyway, 14.5 seconds left in double overtime, and Coastal is up by 2, and they're just trying to say, let's not get fouled. They're playing keep away now. UMass is trying to track them down, put a foul on him. The first one doesn't get called, so they got to get pretty aggressive. They're like, dude, call my fouls. I was hitting him. Does he make it? No, misses the first one. That's huge. Now, makes the second one, so a 3-pointer would tie it. And that's all they're really going to be able to do. 4.9 seconds left in the game that would never end. UMass has it. Taking it up. Are they going to look for their guy, Parker? No, he's just going to take a deep 3 himself and puts it in to tie it. We're going to triple overtime. This is the game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. That was number 24, Marcus Banks. Banks it in for 3 to send it into the third overtime. 7 seconds left in the third overtime. We got a tie game. Coastal Carolina steps back. They put up a shot. They make that one. 94 to 91, 1.4 seconds left. Can UMass do it? They put it up. It's going. It's falling. It is. Banks off. They can't do it. Coastal wins. And that's the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. I love doing the show. I'm glad that you guys watch it. It keeps growing and growing. So share it with your friends. Tell all your teammates. The girl that got hit in the head with the volleyball last year, she was in the comments being like, I should play dodgeball. So it's cool. You know, we reach athletes and teams and people from all these other leagues. Vote on your favorite of my finger points. or the fans.